There's someone inside you who never got to live, not because you failed them, but because you were too busy surviving. You buried them beneath people-pleasing. You hid them under the weight of expectations. You silenced them with every yes you didn't mean, and every no you were never allowed to say. They were soft, vivid, curious, honest. But softness was dangerous in a house that only respected silence. Curiosity was punished where obedience was rewarded. So you covered them up, layer by layer, until even you forgot their name. You didn't just lose time, you lost versions of you. Versions that laughed without checking who was watching. Versions that wanted things without apologizing for wanting. They were wild and full of color, but they didn't match the furniture of the family system. So you painted them gray. You called it growing up. But it was grieving in disguise. No funeral, no closure, just quiet erasure, one adaptation at a time, until you could sit at the table, but not recognize your own reflection. They told you who to be, and you became it. They said, "Don't be too loud. Don't cry here. Don't want too much. Be strong. Be nice. Be good." So you rehearsed the script until you forgot the sound of your real voice. You learned the choreography until authenticity felt like rebellion. You became their idea of you until your own desires felt like betrayal. You weren't being accepted. You were being managed. There was a little you, wide-eyed and ready, who asked questions they weren't supposed to, who laughed too loud for the room, who cried too often for comfort, who needed more than the world ever learned to give. So that version of you learned to disappear, not because they were weak, but because they were smart. You didn't run from your truth.